Mark Scatamaccia is looking for a job. A 56-year-old middle manager in the food service industry, Mark didn't expect to be job hunting at his age.
I feel like I'm in solitary confinement. I need measurable goals. I need to see that I'm making a difference. I need to participate. That's what I've always felt I needed.
When you lose a job and your income is stopped, that's a very scary thing for anybody any age.
Betty McWillie is a career counselor, and Mark is one of her clients.
The career counselor is basically someone that offers self-assessment, career exploration, career planning, which is resume, interviewing, target cover letters, job search strategies, placement, and follow-up. So it's a fluid model.
My career counselor has been almost like my therapist. She's the one that keeps me going, and it's been the best thing I could have ever done, because there are days I don't feel like I can do it myself. And she said, and explained to me, Mark, that these are what you're going through, and it's not unusual. It's situational depression. It's tough. I can't change my age, but I have to look past it and look at the positives of that. So you have to keep that positive attitude. It's crucial.
The statistics on unemployment and the over 50 job market present a mix of good and bad news. The unemployment rate for 55-plus workers stands at about 4%, which is lower than the nearly 6% rate for the total population. But it's harder for older workers to find that next job. It takes an average of over a year for the 55-plus job seeker to find work. That's more than 5 months longer than the younger workers. And nearly half of those who do find new jobs are working for less money. Betty McWillie sees an improving job market for the over 50 worker, but she also pushes her clients to seek second careers.
The first goal, though, is primarily to see what other careers they can pursue to get hired and to get a job.
Looking at Mike Potter, you wouldn't guess that he spent most of his life as a lawyer. Today, at age 67, Mike is in the chaplaincy training program at the VA hospital.
I was at the top of my profession. I wasn't moving away from anything, but I just felt like there was something more for me, that God had something for me to do more than what I was doing.
His journey to this new career came about as a result of his time spent as a hospice volunteer and his own bout with a life-threatening illness.
And I was spending probably 80 to 90% of my time in front of a computer, drafting documents and designing plans and running numbers and doing all that kind of thing. And I really missed and really yearned for a chance to work with people one-on-one. As I'm able to connect with a veteran here in the hospital, for example, and kind of meet him right where he is, and not try to pull him anywhere or the other, but just walk with him along this journey that he's on, which is often very scary for him. But to know and have the confidence that it's going to be all right. Maybe not physically all right, but wherever they are, I can walk with them and offer some comfort and support.
Mike's career change is an example of what Betty McWillie identifies as the older worker who is seeking personal fulfillment in a second career.
We don't work for money. We really work for personal fulfillment. But my feeling is when you're really doing what you love and what your abilities are and you enjoy it, that you find ways to make money.
Brad Ross's first career was underwater, on board a U.S. Navy nuclear submarine, followed by a stint on a nuclear aircraft carrier. Since his discharge, he's been working as a consultant with a defense contractor. But at age 51, he's carefully planned for his second career.
You have to develop a career plan. You have to figure out where you want to go. You have to look at what the steps are in between to get to that career plan. And that's what we started navigating. I set one career plan that would say, if I want to try my own contracting, I can do that. But really the long-term goal is to get into retirement where I can have kind of my own hours and do adjunct professor work and really enjoy life, but not just, stop. I want to keep working until my body says it's time to stop.
Brad took Betty McWillie's advice and went back to school to earn his master's degree.
You go to a class, you see other people, I mean, there's all kinds of good, training for computer skills or all kinds of things. But to take something to improve your marketability, where we look at your goal and we see here's some areas that you really might need to elaborate on and improve, and then make some strategies and research where they can go to get that training.
Brad has been teaching at Webster University and Lemoyne-Owen College, and he offers this advice to others his age.
I think the true message is don't be afraid to go back to school, and don't be afraid to learn. But when you do that, find something that interests you in life, especially if you're approaching retirement. That's a good time to say, you know what, I've done this, and if you love it, keep going. But if you're ready to do something different, don't be afraid to set a course, plan it out, and then figure out what education supports that.
Whether you're looking for a second career or simply trying to find work, Betty McWillie has a few pointers for the over 50 job seeker. First, tailor your resume to the job you're applying for. Don't include job history that isn't relative to a potential employer. 2. Network. Don't hesitate to contact friends, family, and former coworkers in your job search. 3. Use social media. LinkedIn has become a go-to website for job placement. 4. Don't hesitate to go back to school or seek higher accreditation in your field. Today's job market demands that you be tech savvy, so improve your computer skills if needed. And 5. Develop a career plan and market yourself. If you need help developing your plan, consider hiring a career counselor.
Find a good
Mark Scatamaccia has one final bit of advice.
It's not in the old days of banging out a resume, and there are a lot of different ways to get you've got a lot of competition. Get somebody to help you craft your brand.